Hello, today I'm going to talk about the VICKS Warm Mist Humidifier for bedrooms, baby rooms, kids rooms, and the warm mist humidifier helps during the dry winter months to help with congestion, cold relief, and it also adds more moisture. So like if you're really dealing with chapped lips and chapped skin, and it just helps add that moisture back into the air and humidity, obviously. It diffuses 95% bacteria-free mist into the air, and basically you fill this up with water. I'll demonstrate in a second. And then you have the mist come out of here and kind of fill the air around you in the room. I like to keep this near my bed, not too close. You don't want any trouble breathing, but just enough to really clear your passageways and make a difference. And here, there's a pour inhalant here. So you can also add Vicks VapoSteam for medicated vapors. This helps when you have a cold. I personally don't use this feature. I don't find it to be necessary. This really does the trick without it. It is filter free, unlike a lot of humidifiers these days who use a standard filter. There is a 1 gallon tank here. This is how you remove it. And it's very easy to lift and take off. And it also is enough for it to run for up to 24 hours, like straight. So you don't even have to refill it in between. And it also depends on what setting is on. If you have the 2 dots, that's the maximum setting. And the 1 dot is like in the middle. And you can decide how much humidity you want diffused into the air. I usually only use mine at night, not during the day. I find that it's not really necessary and it does the trick more while I'm sleeping. And I usually fill it up before bed. I'm always catching colds. I'm the kind of person that goes anywhere, and as soon as I meet someone else who's sick, I get sick. It's a terrible, terrible thing to have to deal with, but I get sick all the time, and I live in a city where I'm susceptible to really dry air and bacteria because there's so many people. Last winter, I used a cool mist humidifier. It made a huge impact on my health and quality of living, and I didn't like how often I had to change the filter on it and how difficult it was to clean. So I got really annoyed at how expensive it started getting. I always had to replace the filter. Cool mist was really cold, and when you're trying to stay warm in the winter, especially me, I'm very susceptible to the cold, then that didn't really work out for me. So I find that the warm mist is actually a lot nicer for me and does the job just as well. And this time it's the warm mist. And all you need is water. Like I said, you can use those vapor medicated additional, vapors. So this time it's warm mist and no filter, and it's just a lot easier to clean. To clean it, I just rinse this out. And then when I really want to deep clean it, which I should do quite often, is I fill this up with some white vinegar. And I also make sure to clean this area too, because water gets in there. And it's really easy to lift because it has this little handle right here. And you just line it in here. I learned about humidifiers, and I learned about the one that I got before about a year ago, and around the same time about a year ago. And when I was looking for, cold remedies, they said that humidifiers really made a difference, and I read reviews and I thought I should get one of these. And at the time when I bought the Cool Mist humidifier, I really didn't know much about humidifiers in general. I bought this product, this one, about a month ago because the other one had broken, and I decided I needed one for the winter time. It's made of this clear bluish plastic here, and then the white color as well. It's pretty sturdy. The knob has 2 settings. It does make quite a humming sound, but what's nice is if you forget to turn it off, it has auto shut off, so you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about any electrical problems or anything like that. I looked at my electric bill and I found that this really didn't impact my electric bill at all, so it doesn't absorb too much electricity to keep it on all night. I keep it near my bedside and it plugs right into the wall, just a standard outlet. I fill up the tank with cold water and then I flip it. You try not to fill it up with hot water. That is not good for many reasons. Not great to travel with. Vicks makes a few different humidifiers. Vicks was introduced in 1890. They make over-the-counter medications like NyQuil, DayQuil. Yep, they are the ones who make those. They also make cough drops, Vapo Rub, and other types of flu and cold remedies. They are owned by Procter & Gamble. So I hope that if you know anyone who needs to get well soon, this is a great get well soon gift idea. Or if you are dealing with allergies or the flu or colds, or someone in your household is, this is just such a great item to have. Or if you have to deal with those chapped lips and acne in the wintertime, like I do sometimes, then you should try this as well. So here it is. I filled it a little bit, but I don't want to fill it all the way to the top. This is just to show you. And I screwed on this lid here. That's how you fill it up. And there is a handle, so if you're carrying it, you can hold it here. But it also allows you to flip it over a lot more easily. And it's hard with one hand. Yes, so here we go. So here it is. It kind of goes into that area down there that you saw. And I plugged it in. And just to show you what it sounds like and how to use it, you can reset it here. It will become orange when the water runs out, which won't be for a while, but I usually turn mine to the 2 dots, the highest setting, and it's green, definitely lights up more in the dark. Keep in mind that when you turn it over, water might get on the floor, so if you have a floor like that is susceptible to humidity and water, you might want to put something to protect it down. But yeah, it hasn't started yet. Takes a little second to warm up. I'm not sure if you can see it, but the mist is coming up out of the opening. It's very difficult to see, especially on this camera. And it's also making kind of a noise. It's a very gentle noise, so it doesn't bother me while I'm sleeping. And that's how it works. Thank you so much for watching this video.